Hello, and welcome to the top 10 wrestlers who are hard to work with. I'm Tom, or Top 10 Wrestling. Let's hit 500 likes and get right onto the list. Number 10, Randy Orton. Randy Orton is not really hard to work with anymore, and his attitude has very much changed. But when Randy Orton first came into the company, he was described as immature. He has broken the wellness policy twice, destroyed a hotel room, and was once accused of pooing in a diva's bag. Number 9, Scott Steiner. Like I said in one of my last videos, Scott Steiner is a scary man. Scott Steiner had many attitude problems and was often accused of behaving disrespectfully and aggressively towards wrestlers and promoters, even once getting into a fight with DDP. Number 8, CM Punk. In the Art of Wrestling podcast, otherwise known as the We Hate Ryback podcast, CM Punk stated that he would outright refuse to do angles and would rip up scripts backstage. Vince McMahon told him that he was harder to work with than Shawn Michaels on drugs, which Punk took as a compliment. Number 7, Bob Holly. Bob Holly was known and was notorious for potatoing people he had beef with. If you don't know what potatoing in wrestling is, it's basically just legitimately punching them in a match. He would often beat up rookies and would use the excuse that he was trying to toughen them up. Number 6, Scott Hall. We all know the problems Scott Hall had. He was a heavy alcoholic and drug user and would often bring those problems with him backstage and in the ring. Number 5, Kevin Nash. While in WCW, Kevin Nash would often refuse to lose matches, and later on in his WCW run, he joined the creative team. While in creative, Kevin Nash would constantly put himself over, giving himself many wins and caused many burials of many wrestlers. Number 4, Goldberg. Not only was Goldberg dangerous in the ring, but he was very hard to work with. While in a triple threat with Scott Steiner and Kevin Nash, Nash was set to win and Goldberg wasn't having it. He walked out midway through the match and would set up one of the worst storylines in history, which would ultimately be one of the final nails in the coffin for WCW. Why would they do the storyline? If you don't know what the storyline was Goldberg broke the script. They just told people wrestling was fake. Number 3, New Jack. New Jack was someone I forgot to mention in my last video, and thinking about it now, he would probably rank number 1 on the list, so I don't know how I forgot about him. New Jack had many attitude problems backstage and was very ignorant to authority. Number 2, Bill DeMott. Now I know he wasn't hard to work with when he was a wrestler, but as a trainer, Bill DeMott was described as a bully to NXT talent and was accused of doing things like calling Bayley ugly, telling talent to kill themselves, using homophobic and racial slurs to describe his talent, and beating up Rusev over a shirt he was wearing. Many other things he was accused of, but those are just a few. After a massive social media backlash after all these accusations, Bill DeMott stepped down as head NXT trainer. And number 1, Hulk Hogan. How many clean losses has Hulk Hogan had? Not many, right? The reason why is because he would always refuse to lose and always wants to be put over no matter what. Hulk Hogan caused many burials and was one of the reasons that WCW died. Thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy, smack that like button, check out my other channels, follow me on Twitter, and of course, buy a t-shirt. I hope you all enjoy WrestleMania. Goodbye and keep on rolling.